Interfaith holiday season, let's take time to present this holiday season. It's truly the greatest gift we can share, not just to those around us, but equally as importantly to ourselves. Teach peace, feel peace. Do not let the behavior of others destroy your inner peace. The Dalai Lama. Affirmation for world peace. I am a visionary of peace within and among all people.
Is this the eighth night? We light with family. Recall with great pride our escape from great tyranny. Kindle the lights. Remember the Maccabees. How did those 5 boys lead us to victory? They stood up against mighty foes with their oil running low. Now we sing the lights glow. Mausur Yeshuati. Judah, our faith was banned. Evil Antiochus said no more Torah could be read. Judah, Mattathias' son, you would not throw our heritage away. Judah, on Yisrael Chai, these miracles our people will recall. I spun the gimel, now I've got a lot of geld. Sivivon, will you spin this blade dreidel? Chanukia lighting, presents are delighting me.
Chanukia, Sevivon.
I light the candles with people who love me. He lights the candles with his whole family, sharing the joy of a proud history. Sevivon, sov, more sufganiyot. More latkes, no, please more sufganiyot. Sevivon, more latkes, please more sufganiyot. Sevivon, more latkes, please more sufganiyot. Sevivon, more sufganiyot. Spinnings, more sufganiyot. Oh, Abba Ima, Abba more sufganiyot. We fly our foot as we celebrate the Maccabees. We're free. So you think you can serve latkes baked in the fries? Don't you know oil recalls those miraculous lights? Oh, Bobby, can't do this to me, Bobby. Just gonna need more sour cream.
Know what really matters, like the Maccabees. Know what really matters. Thanks to God, our people are free.
We have the opportunity today to gather together on Zoom from different places with many stories. And now it's our turn to settle into this time, letting the seeming distractions of the outside world relax their grip on us and give ourselves permission to reflect on our presence here, to be grateful for all the moments which make our lives happy and peaceful. The holiday of Hanukkah has always made my life happy. It's established to commemorate the Jewish battle against cultural assimilation. It lasts for 8 days, and today is the 8th day. The menorah has 9 candles. However, there is one candle that is in a different position, usually than others. And the reason for that is it's called the helper candle. And the helper candle is used to light the other candles. It's called the shamash. This candle is not a mitzvah candle like the others, yet it's important because it is an instrument, an actual instrument that enables all the other candles to share the mitzvah, to fulfill a commandment, and to share the light. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever said anything or you've ever heard anybody say anything like, do a mitzvah and help Mrs. Goldstein carry her groceries. This usage is traditional. Talmud commonly refers to any charitable act as a mitzvah. Now, I've learned that being a good person doesn't mean being nice. It means having others' best interests in your mind and in your heart, and nurturing and supporting their spiritual growth and their material world experience. The teaching is that Moses was picked by God to be the leader of the Jewish people because he cared about each and every sheep in his flock. Now, each of us has that potential to be a shamash because we all have the ability to be truly helpful, each in our own way. Just as this candle lights the other candles, a person who cares about others, serves others, smiles at others, prays affirmatively for others, encourages others, is going to support them in shining the light. I have a prayer that supports me in my goal of being truly helpful. It is from A Course in Miracles, and Reverend Manny will put it in the next newsletter. But the prayer, I get out of the car to go to the grocery store. I say the prayer as I walk in. To myself, silently. I go to a hospital to visit somebody, same thing. Go to do a memorial service or a wedding, same thing. I am here only to be truly helpful. I am here to represent him who sent me. I do not have to worry about what to say or what to do because he who sent me will direct me. I am content to be wherever he wishes, knowing he goes there with me. I will be healed as I let him teach me to heal.
מעוצו ישועתי לך נאה לשבח תיקון בית
בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח אז אגמור בשיר מזמור חנוכת המזבח Rock of ages let our song praise thy saving power thou amidst the raging foes wast our sheltering tower furious they assailed us but thine arm availed us and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us and thy word broke their sword when our own strength failed us children of the Maccabees whether free or fettered wake the echoes of the song where you may be scattered yours the message cheering that the time is nearing when we'll see all people free tyrants disappearing when we'll see all people free tyrants disappearing.
We have been lighting the menorah since Hanukkah started. Talk about the energy of the menorah, and it's just incredible what comes in. Lots of energy, more than last year. But we light our candles. Last week it was hope. We light our first candle of Advent for hope, to change direction as we are divinely guided to follow the lights towards our perfect good. So I will light the first candle. Second candle, peace. We light our second candle of Advent for peace. May we teach peace. May we feel peace. May we be peace. Now we affirm our commitment to be truly helpful.
We are now in the midst of Advent, and I admit how much I love this season. The message, the memories, the music, the opportunity to choose happiness through the acceptance of hope, peace, love, and joy. And I feel as though it is my responsibility to share with you, as best as I can, this season of beauty and wonder. And we're called to share the lights of possibility and creativity. This is a time of remembrance, a time to remember who we are as spiritual beings having a human experience, and that experience in the material world. In so doing, we are called to remember those who have loved us and that have left their bodies and transitioned into the light. In this time, we remind ourselves that the lights of life and love are never fully extinguished. Now, Chaplain Cindy will share.
All right. We still miss the human interaction, the happy times and sometimes sorrowful times shared together. Today, we acknowledge that and share together a time of our healing and peace. Take a moment to center yourself. Take a breath, go to your heart, and we begin. Earth, restore me. Earth, receive my sadness. Rock, strengthen me. Rock, receive my weakness. Water, wash my sadness away. Water, receive my doubt. Sun, make sweet my song. Sun, let the peace shine from my heart. And air, refresh my spirit. Wind, teach me how to let go. And so it is.
Now is the time to remember, because souls never say goodbye. To remember is to have or to be able to bring to one's mind an awareness of someone or something that we have seen or known or experienced. To remember makes it clear that remembrance is not only bringing our loved ones to mind, but it calls us to honor their memory and to understand the impact that they had on our lives. To remember is to lift up those who have passed into the light so that their life energy continues through the memories of love shared within our own hearts. The poet Muriel Rukeyser said, "The universe is made up of stories, not atoms." Your memories and stories of loved ones who have passed are the atoms of your life now and always will be, because they remain alive in your hearts. To remember is to embrace both their strengths and perceived imperfections by continuing to affirm our personal creativity and our willingness to trust in the gifts we have to share. So today I ask that we remember all those we shared different relationships with. They were our teachers and we were their students. They were our students and we were their teachers. Because today in their names, we choose to live mindfully, lovingly, and in the now moment with them. I've always loved the words and the imagery of the Jewish reading, "We remember them." Every moment I awake till I fall asleep, in all that I do, I remember them. On the frigid days of winter and the moments I breathe the cold air, I warm myself with their embrace, and I remember them. As the days grow longer and the outside becomes warmer, I am more awake and I remember them. When I look above and see the images of the clouds, and when I'm comforted by the sun that shines down on me, I remember them. From the time in which I feel the cool, crisp breeze and see the colors of the leaves, I remember them. As I am faced with challenges that enter my life, I remember all they taught me, and I remember them. And from the times of celebration, love, and happiness, I remember them. On every day, in every way, I know that they are with me, and I remember them. There is a prayer that I hold very dear to my heart, and many of you are familiar with it. But I feel as though it's a prayer that we ought to share at this time in order to make a commitment to be a peacemaker to our loved ones in their honor, to walk in peace in their name as well as ours, in their legacy. The prayer begins, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is happiness, joy. Divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying to our ego self that we are born to eternal life. I hold this prayer very dear to my heart. It is a simple prayer. It's kind of like a blueprint in which we can pattern our lives, our thoughts, our speech, and our actions day to day. So I ask that you join me to live these simple principles and to do so in memory and honor of all those we love that have transitioned into the light.
This next song I finished up in March. I went to a friend of mine's funeral, sadly, and this song sort of came from that experience. 1, 2.
Well, I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting older. And I wish that you'd met her, the things that she'll learn from me, I got them all from you. Can we just talk a while and we'll put all the world to rights? The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. Soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. Well, I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you always do what's right. Can we just talk a while until my worries disappear? I'll tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love that we create. So much has changed since you've been away. visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home. But I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. I will close the door, but I will open up my heart. And everyone I love will know exactly who you are. 'Cause this is not goodbye, it is just till we meet again. So much has changed since you've been away.
And in this spirit, we join our individual feelings, our thoughts, and our memories, as well as our faith, into a harmony of remembrance and affirmation. May we remember that the light of God shines within each of us. And in this time, we remind ourselves that the lights of spiritual life and love are never fully extinguished. When a person you love passes away, look to the night sky on a clear day. The star that to you appears to be bright will be your loved one looking down upon you during the night. The lights of heaven are what shows through as your loved one watches all that you do. When you're feeling lonely for the one that you love, look to the heavens in the night sky above. Today, in honor and respect for those who have passed, may we have a keen awareness of the seeds that we are sowing. May we be aware of our thoughts and deepen into our spiritual beliefs and truth. May our words become affirmations and our loving acts of kindness, generosity, and appreciation create a peaceful experience for ourselves and for all.
Pray for peace. 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 Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Please pray for peace. There's power in the number of us praying here on earth. We're asking for a miracle. Let your voice be the first to pray for peace. Pray for our mother. Pray for peace. Pray for your father. Pray for peace. Pray for your children. Please pray for peace. And pray for you. Please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. You gotta pray for peace. Pray for peace. Oh, you gotta please pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for our leaders. Pray for forgiveness. We gotta pray for freedom. Please pray for love. Oh, pray for our family. Pray for your brother. Pray for our sisters. Please pray for me. Oh, pray for wisdom. And pray for knowledge. Pray for understanding. Pray for the love. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace. Pray for peace.
The Advent season is a journey. It's an adventure. It's heart opening. It's a time of spiritual preparation for the rebirth of the Christ life and love within us. Now, I remember way back as a kid hearing over and over again the peace that passeth all understanding. It was used as a benediction. It was used as a promise. It was used that God's will be done and over and over. And at this Christmas season, and every Christmas season, we all hear the repetitive mantra, peace on earth, goodwill to all, over and over again. But what is peace on earth? From my perception, I believe it's the very peace that is within us, the gift that we have from our divine source. I have to remind myself from time to time, when I receive a gift, I open it. Am I opening that gift of peace? Unfortunately, we feel a great deal of the time that we cannot claim peace on earth, let alone peace within ourselves. You know, I think it's important for us to acknowledge and realize that there is a peace that is not past our understanding, and it is perfectly and completely within our ability to accept and to share. The peace of our hour by hour daily living, the peace in our hearts that we can truly accept and share. Our peace is, and we can welcome it. It can be something simple, like Chaplain Lori talking today about singing goodnight with London as she was preparing to go to sleep. It can be a table laid with a Thanksgiving supper. It can be our home space filled with beautiful music. It can be holding our fur kid on our lap. It can be harvest. It can be holiday. It can be a time of meditation and a time of texting your love to someone. There are so many basic elements to peace. And if we take a look at the beautiful moments that we can create in the now, in days into years, those daily moments will become part of our memories and the memories shared with others. Days into years, years into lives, intentional and stunning all at the same time. There is a comfort and yes, a peace that comes with that in the days and the years. A peace that is ours because we have lived in goodwill and with intention. We do understand this peace. So give yourself permission to just really call to mind the things that you mean when you say peace. You know, Katie Couric, a long time ago, asked Maya Angelou about her poem, Amazing Peace, that she shared in an interview. She shared it with her in an interview after her reciting this poem, the first time she'd recited at the White House. And Maya Angelou said she thought it was time to speak about peace. Now, this was back in 2005. I thought it was time to speak about peace, she said. It is time to speak about peace. It is our time. She went on to say the need for peace lives in the heart of every human being. And I don't mean just an absence of war. I mean our daily movements. Try not just to be a peacemaker. Bring it from within and be a peace bringer. Wherever you are in this moment, wherever you are on your journey, whoever are your companions, bring peace with you. Now, you stop and think about that. We may think we hear a whisper. At first, it may be too soft, then only partially heard. And then we pause and we take a deep breath and we listen carefully as it gathers strength. The word is peace, genuine peace and calm, a harmony of spirit and our physical self. Finally, right? Thich Nhat Hanh prays like this. He says, with humility, with awareness of the existence of life and of the suffering that is going on around us, let us practice the establishment of peace in our hearts and on the earth. Let us practice the establishment of peace in our hearts. If there is to be peace in the world, we have to begin with the practice of establishing that within ourselves. And this is a peace that is worth everything that we can give it. It is not our past understanding. It is not beyond our reach. It is not unavailable. It is not past understanding. There is that peace in our hands, in our minds, in our hearts, and in our very souls. Peace, my friend, peace. Peace, my neighbor. Peace, my soul. Peace.
Donations gratefully accepted at our website, at PayPal, by mail. And the dog, thank goodness, the Christmas tree fainted. I don't know if you've ever had a Christmas tree fall.
Oh, yes.
Especially when the dog played with when Scruffy played with the ornaments, the tree fell over.
Unfortunately, the Scruffy got out of the way in time. See, there it goes.
All right. Take your imaginary funds, put them over your heart and say, divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I'm willingly give and all that I'm open to receive. And peace to all. And thank you for your gifts.
We have a wonderful event coming up on December 19th, Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Return of the Sun King with storyteller Karen Johnson. And then this is far ahead, but mark your calendars. Sunday, January 23rd, Be Your Blissful Self with Arun. And yes, love offerings are gratefully accepted for all services and classes and certainly not required. The holiday season. Let us remember the message of peace. Let us simply nod in silent prayer and agreement. Let us pause to remember the peace that we have already brought into the world. And let us notice the things that we mean when we say we have peace in our lives and in our hearts. For this is the peace that is not past our understanding or beyond our resources to increase the good for all. We each have peace, our own peace cultivated and brought to life, even sometimes in the midst of this severe discomfort. And we can share that with the company of friends, neighbors, and loved ones. And someday we will be remembered for it.
Now I've been happy lately, thinking about good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun.
Oh, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world just one. And I believe it could be someday it's gonna come.
'Cause I'm on the edge of darkness and there rides the peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again.
Now I've been smiling lately, thinking about the good things to come. And I believe it could be something good has begun.
Peace train sounding louder, ride on the peace train. Peace train, holy roller, everyone jump upon the peace train.
crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? Peace train sounding loud, glide on the peace train. Come on, peace train. Peace train, holy road. Everyone jump upon the peace train. Come on, come on, come on.
Come on and ride on the peace train.
Come on, come on, come on. Let's come on, peace train.
Come on, come on, come on. Peace train.
Come on, join me. I'm jumping on the peace train. Come on, the peace train.
Peace train.
We gratefully acknowledge the performers, songwriters, composers, and videographers that bless this service.
I ask only that we make a commitment to be truly helpful today and every day, that we share our gift of peace. And I affirm the peace of God is shining in us now, and that all beings shine upon us in that peace. And let us bless them with the light from within. I feel peace. I feel peace within. I'm going to repeat it again. I feel peace within me. Remember that. Let it be your mantra.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Suzanne. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
The annual remembrance ceremony has been, I've tried to remember how many years, but we've been doing it pretty faithfully for a long time. And I'm grateful that we do. And I'm also grateful for the people that had a willingness to share pictures with us that were quote unquote new to us. It meant a great deal. And thankful to Chaplain Lori for putting together that PowerPoint. It took some energy, to say the least. The important thing is when you have the opportunity for prayer and gratitude, like we used to do with our Christmas tree and in the sanctuary, put a ribbon on the tree for that person or those people, that fur kid, put the ribbon on the tree. If not on a tree, hold it in your heart. Place it.
The reason we didn't put it on a Christmas tree is because on December 7th, we're going to put the Christmas tree up for James.
That's right.
Then we'll put the ribbons up there.
That's my son's birthday. And as many of you know, when he was 4 or 5 years old, I asked him what he wanted for Christmas. And the only thing he wanted was a Christmas tree. So that tradition started then. And even though he has made his transition, we still continue that.